first off, have repertoire that you actually want to perform. I would suggest having more than one piece because oftentimes the first piece is going to be the worst one and it's not long enough to actually settle into a performance. And if you're lucky, you might actually garner a couple people who are watching you, maybe the people working there are just passerbys. Your nerves will spike. Like as soon as you realize that there's attention on you, that's some performance experience. It's small, it's kind of sad, but it's real. Like try it. Go to a music store and play through your fugue. Hey, this is Cameron, and welcome to the practice log. Whoa. Let's actually talk about practice here on Sore Hands, huh? As you might have noticed, if you've been catching it, I moved the live streams to the main channel. Man, I feel like I've been going through a renaissance with my practice, because I have been putting in the long hours, and they have been really good. Yeah, I feel like I'm making a lot of progress in the new music that I'm working on. My main focuses have been the Schubert, Lobe de Trennen, of course, as you guys have heard, and BWV 997, mainly working on the Prelude now. Harder than you'd expect, especially if you want to play it fast, but it's coming along pretty well, I'd say. That's probably what I'm going to end up playing today, which, spoiler alert, I already practiced. I'm done. I'm now actually kind of reflecting on the practice. Yeah, the live stream today went on for like 3 hours, practiced for most of that, of course. So, be sure to tune in if you want to see that. It's pretty fun, it's pretty chill. It's nice to get in those long hours. So definitely while I'm in grad school, I will be doing that. I think I mentioned already, but I already signed up for classes, so that's cool. That's already done. So let's go ahead and jump into it. We're going to do some speed rounds, and then we're gonna get done today, and then tomorrow there'll be a reaction video, a real video from Sore Hands. Alright, this first question is from Hagen Gilbert 8102. Hey, I really dig your channel. Thank you, I appreciate it. It's mean but refreshing, parentheses somehow. I think you'll come to find the more that I watch, it's everyone else who's mean, and I'm actually the nicest person on earth. Honest question, is being able to handle playing in front of thousands of people, or even hundreds in a smaller band who paid to see you, a part of talent? You can be an excellent guitar player, but if you fall apart in public, are you as good as a mediocre player with presence? Or are they mutually exclusive? Thanks for the entertaining and informative takes. No problem, man, I appreciate it. So, is being able to play in front of people part of talent? I don't know exactly how real talent is, because we love to say that, right, with child prodigies. Jacob Collier, for example. Rick Beato's son, child prodigies, that's what they are. Jacob, maybe not Jacob Collier these days, he's older than me. I think I read a comment like that was like, Jacob Collier is my favorite 31-year-old child prodigy. But he was a child prodigy when he was a child. Is that innate in him, or is that just something that happens because of nurture? I tend to believe that most of that stuff happens because of nurture, because music is a man-made thing. It's not an instinct in us. So if you take a baby and expose him to Bach and stuff and kind of encourage him to like that, encourage them to play music when they're younger, even if you're not pushing them to play music, but just playing music around them, they're probably going to be interested in music. And of course, if you're interested in music 10 years before everyone else, you're going to be really freaking good. And then people who have only seen Jacob Collier as a boy genius prodigy look at him and be like, oh, well, he's special, right? But no, I don't think him or anyone else in that position is special particularly, other than just in the ways we're all special, right? But not like musically special. He just was nurtured to be a musician. That doesn't necessarily mean he was forced to do it, but he's just exposed to it. And when you hang around the barber shop, you're going to get a haircut, right? That's just how it works. And just like playing your instrument and playing it well and playing new repertoire and stuff, performing is its own skill that you have to master. I can be super good at guitar, but I cannot know how to play a random guitar piece because I haven't practiced it. I can also be super good at guitar and not know how to perform because I've never practiced that either. Yeah, and I'm speaking from experience because I don't really perform much, and when I do try to perform, I feel the shakiness come. Now, I've been working on it through various ways, and I'll talk about that in a bit, but yeah, you definitely get better at performing the more you just perform and get used to performing. It may seem like some people just have that innate ability to perform, but it probably comes from them being exposed to it for longer than you, and they just seem better at it. I don't know, take me for example. I've been all kind of like doing my thing here. I seem pretty comfortable. Go and watch my first video though. That was me. And that could also be you. If this is something that you want to do, exactly what I'm doing here, look at my first video, and if you tried to make a video like what I'm doing, it'll probably be about as bad as that. Maybe a little worse, maybe a little bit better, but 500 videos later, it just kind of turns into a thing. This is not innate talent. I had to come to this. And I feel like that's easier to grasp, because sometimes when people hear you play guitar and you've been playing it your whole life, it's like, oh, you're so talented, or you're so like gifted. You're so lucky to have this gift. And, you know, you're not. Like, I practiced a lot to be able to just do what I do. And that's how people in real life treat me. If you're a commenter, you'll talk about how much I suck or whatever. and like how I'm wasting my time. But you get the idea. It's the same thing. I suggest that you practice performing. What are easy ways to start practicing performing? Well, first off, have repertoire that you actually want to perform. I would suggest having more than one piece, because oftentimes the first piece is going to be the worst one, and it's not long enough to actually settle into a performance. Even for a beginner, I would suggest having 10 to 15 minutes at least of just easy music. Have 3 pieces at minimum that you can play through. Have the waffle piece. The first waffle always sucks, so you waffle your way through the first piece, ease into the performance with the next 2. Where do you perform as a beginner? This is like really sad. If you're really a loser, you can do this, and I've totally done this before. Have a circuit of music stores and maybe go during like busier hours and go into those music stores, pick out the guitar that you like, and try going through your entire recital without stopping or anything, and just perform it as if you are actually performing. And if you're lucky, you might actually garner a couple people who are watching you, maybe the people working there are just passerbys. Your nerves will spike. Like as soon as you realize that there's attention on you, that's some performance experience. It's small, it's kind of sad, but it's real. Like try it. Go to a music store and play through your fugue and perform for 15 minutes, and they'll love it. Giving a free performance, especially in music stores, they're used to just people noodling and not performing, and that's why I'm specifically telling you to have a set amount of repertoire, because there's a difference between noodling random notes and playing actual set repertoire. You get nervous with repertoire, because with noodling you can adjust to your nervousness, show out less when you're more nervous. As you get comfortable, you show out more. But with repertoire, everything's set and you better be ready to do it. Yeah, just a circuit of music stores. Pick like however many you have, 4 or 5 in your area, and just go to a different one after work every single day. You know, buy some picks or a pack of strings or whatever so they don't hate you. And that'll do something. Do that for a few weeks and you will get really comfortable just playing for a couple of people. And that's a huge improvement from having not done that. Seriously, because I remember when I moved here, I lived right next to a music store, and this was after COVID. It had been like years since I ever performed for anyone outside of my bedroom. Like even performing for my parents got me a little nervous at this time, but I went to the music store and I would play, and my hands would shake so much, especially when I knew someone was watching me. And now I go there to buy strings every month or so, and I play through all my repertoire, and I don't give an F who's watching me. Like it could be a packed store and it doesn't matter. Just because I'm so used to it now. And that was the kind of practice that I did before my auditions when I was auditioning for grad school. And the auditions went pretty alright, way better than they would have had I not done that, especially for the one that I got like a really good deal from that I'm going with. So I must have done somewhat okay for that one. So hopefully that's helpful. That's a little out of the box performance tip that I don't really hear from anyone, because obviously the stuff that you usually hear when you want to get good at performing: practice for friends and family, do practice recitals. But I find that that's an easy way to just sort of inject yourself into the public without having to do too much. Like you can just kind of show up. The next step of performance is to perform in like a diner or something. Go to somewhat dingy like brunch places that appreciate the arts. I've seen those around my city. Like usually in cities you can find places like that. Oh, coffee shops. That's an example of performance that's very passive. That's not real performance, but it'll get you ready for real performance. Because of course real performance is you show up, people are expecting to hear your music, and they sit and listen and appreciate it. The coffee shops are not that. The diner is not that. But it's nice to get you prepared for that. It's not innate talent. It's practice, just like everything else. And if you don't practice that, don't expect to be good at it. You might have a knack for it, of course. Some people are somewhat good at things, but don't expect to be like amazing at it without any practice. That will be your downfall, assuming that you're amazing at anything without experience. All right, we'll end it with this one. This is kind of a stupid, or not stupid question, but you know what I mean. It's a silly question. From WM Latin, you said second channel? Second channel? Second channel? 3 times, wow. Where the F is it? I find no links to one. I know, I'm sorry. I do mention the second channel a lot. Even searching for your name brings up sore hands and some lawyer in Sacramento. I know, dude, that freaking lawyer. Is it the Cameron Fernandez lawyer? I'm coming for him. I am going to overtake him one day, I promise you. Should we subscribe to him? Is that your alter ego? No, dude, I would never have a real job. This is the closest thing I'll ever have to a real job, and this is a joke. Maybe being a grad student. I will technically be working for the school. 5 hours a week, baby. Can you get me out of this jail? I'm lost. Well, I'll go ahead and tell you. The second channel, it's kind of a secret. There is a link to it on my channel, but it's listed as a podcast. Right now, I'm not doing anything with it because I was doing those practice live streams, but I've since moved them over to the main channel because more people see it. I'm more comfortable doing it. But if you want to subscribe to the second channel, if I ever have a weird, wacky idea, especially non-edited ideas, that's where I'll post them, because I don't want to pollute the main channel with stuff like that. Yeah, so you can't catch the live streams there, and in fact, you can't catch the live streams anywhere unless you're actually watching them live, because I'm no longer making them public after they're done being live, which is a decision that I made on a whim because my friend said that it might be a good idea, and I was like, I kind of like that, because now it's like gone if you don't watch it. So, you know, you're not missing anything if you don't see the second channel, unless I have a new idea and I want to try something out, in which case it'll be there. But yeah, don't expect much if you do find it, and do catch the live streams if you're interested in that. They're pretty fun, they're a fun time, and like I said, you can't watch them when they're done because they're not public anymore. So, you gotta be there. It's a special thing. It's a special thing for the people who show up. Well, anywho, I'm gonna show you highlights from the live stream that just happened, along with some playing. Yeah, and then we're gonna wrap it up. So, I'll see you on the other side. Despacito. Alright, I'll take a slight break. You can play all this, but you can't play a Lil Wayne solo? Are you kidding me, bro? Lil Wayne solo is so pure. It really is. Not even Lil Wayne can play the Lil Wayne solo. I bet he can now. He's had a few years to practice. Oh, no way. No way. Hey, wow, that sounded pretty good, huh? Man, you know, this one is short and sweet. I feel like there's more I should say, but, you know, feel free to leave a comment if you have any questions about anything. Well, I guess we can wrap it up here. It's fine. Of course, if you made it this far, be sure to subscribe and leave a like. Hey, want some guitar lessons? I'm fully booked. But, you know what's like a guitar lesson? If you show up to the live stream and just ask some questions, and that's kind of like a lesson, right? Yeah, and you'll also see how I practice, so if you have questions about how you should be practicing effectively, I can talk about that too, and you can also see me do it. Head on down over there if you want some merch. There's channel members, there's Patreon, there's all that. Alright, I think that pretty much covers everything. So, reaction videos coming soon. Hey, what kind of reaction video do you want next? Post in the comments. I'll see you in the next one.